Stand by. Hey, everybody. I am so excited to have with me here today Dana Hilmer, who is the co-founder of Camp Reinvention. And she is going to talk to us today about how we can overcome our limiting beliefs. Because, when you go on camera, it's really, you get inside your head. And when you're just starting out on camera, it can be really hard to jump over those hurdles. Hey, Dana, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh my gosh. All right. Where do we start? I think it may be we should start with these beliefs that we have in our head that I'm not good enough. I can't do this. Where do all these beliefs come from and how can we change these beliefs?
Oh, it's so true. First of all, we have beliefs about everything. In fact, our beliefs are really undermining all the actions that we take. So when you say where do beliefs come from, they come from everywhere, and our beliefs often are taken on unconsciously from the media, from our upbringing, from that nasty comment the kid in third grade said to us, right? We take on beliefs about everything, from about money, how we should be showing up in the world, what our roles are, about what we can do, about what we can't do. We take beliefs on about everything. And the challenge is, because we take them on unconsciously, we don't even realize that we've incorporated these beliefs into who we are, and they're actually running the show. So we need to really look at our beliefs and examine them.
What
and
you
decide,
are to think, right? I mean,
right.
I guess it's so. So how do we begin to change these limiting beliefs that we're not good enough, or we're not worthy enough, or everyone's going to judge us, or we're going back to that story in our head about what happened to me when I was younger. This boy called me Fatty Patty, and it was just like this thing that I just it ended up staying with me for decades and decades, and now it's finally gone.
Yes, it was so funny. I had those too, right? I was called Poodle because the curly hair, right? So,
oh my goodness gracious.
First of all, there's many things that you can do. And I just want to share one thought process so that your listeners have an understanding of this.
Okay.
Our beliefs lead to our thoughts, and our thoughts lead to our feelings or our emotions, which lead to our actions, which lead to our results. So usually we don't examine our beliefs and our thoughts. We go right to action mode. And so what we need to do is to
Why do we do that?
Because we want to keep busy. We want to feel like we're moving forward, but we're not going to move forward and get different results unless we actually are clear on what our beliefs are and our thoughts. If we have a belief that is undermining who we are, we're not going to get the outcomes that we want. So we need to go back and examine that. So what's interesting, because a lot of the beliefs we have are unconscious, we need to kind of dissect it and take a look at what is it that I choose to believe. Okay. Because your belief is nothing more than something you thought, and you thought it so frequently that it became a belief, which means your beliefs are a choice. So if you can take a look, right? It's huge. So if you can take a look at a belief and decide, is this a belief that I want to base my actions on? If it's not, change it. And what I find so powerful is when you have a belief, it dictates what you see in the world. We're always going to find information that reinforces the beliefs that we have. So if you change your belief, you're going to find information that supports that as well.
That's right. So, I recall the reticular activating system. I think that's what Tony Robbins calls it. And it's like, your mind will pay attention to what you give it give attention to. And it is so true. There's a car going down the street and you're thinking, oh, I think I want to buy a Mercedes. And all of a sudden you're driving down the street and you just notice Mercedes everywhere. Why did that happen? Well, it's because somewhere in your brain, you put that thought in there that you're going to start noticing, Mercedes. And so your brain leads you to where your thoughts are.
Exactly. Right? And so, which is so fascinating. So for example, for your audience, if you think that, I've been on camera before, I was terrible, I'm going to be terrible, then that's going to dictate a certain action that's probably going to have you reinforcing that belief. But if you say, I got this, I can learn this, I can learn to get up and be on camera. Now you're going to look for evidence to support that. Next time you get on camera, next time you do something in public, when you get positive feedback, you're actually going to pay attention to it.
A little bit of positive feedback goes such a long way, because the people in my course that are taking the camera confidence course right now, are just getting these comments from other people in the group, and it's really empowering them. And they're sort of feeling this little mini triumph, right? Because isn't creating new habits, a series of little triumphs, right? And little wins, daily wins, right? Even if they're microscopic, they're still wins. And I think that's what it takes, to take action and then to have those little wins. It's just game changing.
Absolutely.
So tell me a little bit about Camp Reinvention and how you are changing people's lives with that endeavor. What is it all about?
Thank you for asking. So Camp Reinvention, I co-founded with Wendy Parati, and it is a 6-month transformational program where we start with a retreat and we take people through a process of getting clear on what they want to create in their life and moving beyond all these limiting beliefs that are holding them back and actually getting into action and making happen what they want to create. So we spend 6 months with everybody.
Lovely.
What we're doing now is we're actually launching Camp Reinvention online, because not everybody can do a 6-month program with a retreat. So we want to make it easily accessible. It's the same proven process. And in 2 weeks, we'll be launching it online as a membership program. So we're really excited about it. And if you want to just get on the wait list so you know a little more about it, you can go to campreinvention.com and learn a little bit more. And we'll be giving all the information out in the next week or two and getting ready to launch.
Sounds like a camp for your soul. I love it.
I'm really excited about it. Our tagline is build your dream, love your life. And the reality is it's never too late, right? It's never too late to pursue.
It is never too late for anybody. And a lot of people, that I teach are people that are, between, let's say 40s, 50s, 60s, even 70-year-old people that, listen, they didn't grow up with cameras and being on video all the time, not like the millennials, right? So I love the fact that anyone can start anything new. You can reinvent any day of your life. It just takes that first step. So I congratulate you for starting Camp Reinvention with your partner, and I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you so much.
All right, Dana, cheers to you.
Thank you. It's been a lot of fun. Thanks, Pat.